everyone, and welcome back to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw a Funtime Foxy from FNAF sister locations. So we're going to start with the eyeballs. Starting with the one on the left, we're going to draw a big circle. Starting from the top, we'll work our way around, and then back up to the top. Let's do the same thing on the right side, leaving a little gap in the center here. We're going to start at the very top, lining the things up on the top from left to right. Work our way around the bottom, and then back up to the top. From here, let's draw on the eyelids. So on the left side, we're just going to go a little bit higher than halfway. Just draw a curve from the left edge to the right. We'll do the same thing on the right side, and I always find it easiest to balance my drawing by going back and forth from left to right, especially with a symmetrical drawing that's balanced left and right. So let's draw in the pupil and iris. So in the center here, just touching the top of this eyelid, we're going to draw a circle. Now let's draw the highlight. So imagine the light coming down in this angle, it's going to hit the top left area here. So we're just going to draw a circle up here. And then in the middle of the iris, we're going to draw a smaller circle for the pupil. So tucked in underneath this highlight, draw in a circle. We'll color that in black. Now we want to give it that little bit of that glare that sort of comes down on the iris. So in the center here of the pupil, we're going to draw a straight line coming down. We're going to go out towards the left, and then from the center we'll go out towards the right. We'll color all this in black. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So starting at the top of the eyelid, circle around, and back up to the top. We'll draw in that highlight. So on the top left area here, draw the circle, and then we'll tuck in the pupil underneath with a circle and color that in black. Now we're going to draw that little shadow cast, or that highlight that comes down. So we're going to start from the center of the pupil, angle out towards the left, angle out towards the right. And color that in black. Now that we have the eyes, let's draw in the eye sockets. So underneath the left eye, just underneath this part here, I'm going to draw a curve from left to right. So just curving down below the eye and coming in towards the center. From these two ends, we're going to connect them and just going over the eyeball with a curve. So we're going to go straight up and just curve around the eyeball and come back down on the right side. We're going to color the inner area in black. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So starting on the inside of the eye, go underneath the eyeball and out towards the right, and we'll draw that curve over. So just going up, rounding around the eye, the back down on the right side, and then we'll just color this all in black. Okay, so now that we have the eyes in place, let's go ahead and draw in the bridge for the nose. So in between the eyes here, I'm just going to draw a straight line across, connecting the two sockets. From here, I'm going to split this in half, going up the middle, up to the top of the head. So I'm just going to draw up to about here. Drawing a straight line coming down and splitting the face. From here, I'm going to curve out the top of the head from the left to right. So in here, I'm just going to draw a little bit of a bevel, a little bit of a curve. It sort of curves around and down on the left side. So there's a little bit of a little curve there. Up on the right, we'll do the same thing, curving out towards the right. Now from here, I want to draw the sockets for the ear. So we're just going to curve in the opposite direction, curving towards the eye and then out towards the side of the head. Let's do the same thing for the right side. Now let's go ahead and draw in some eyebrows before I go down towards the bottom of the face. So up here, above the socket, I'm going to draw a curve. We're going to go back to the starting point, and I'm going to pan out and then round this out in the inside. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So drawing a curve over the eye, and then from here I'm going to just round out the inside of the eyebrow and then curve back to the outside. Let's go ahead and draw on the side of the head. So from these points, I'm going to curve the sides. So we're just going to curve down. Now from here, I want to curve in towards the edge of the eye. So from here, do a little curve like this. Little arch going in that way. Now that we have that, let's draw in the nose and the muzzle area. So down here, I'm going to draw in the nose. So the nose actually looks like almost like a heart. So we're going to draw a vertical line down the middle, but we're going to leave a gap here first. Draw a straight line down. From here, I'm going to curve up and then down to the bottom, almost like a heart. Do the same thing on the right side. Now from here, I want to draw a curve going from here all the way out to the side of the muzzle. So we're going to draw a short line going up, and then we're going to curve under the eye and straight out in an angle towards the left. Take this point at the top, curve up, and then go out to an angle towards the right. Now the sides of the muzzle come down in an angle towards the teeth. So from here I'm going to draw a straight angled line coming down on both sides. Now from here I'm going to round this out and then come down in the middle. So rounding out, coming down in the middle, and then curving back up. Let's draw a split in the middle here. So I'm just going to draw a straight line coming down. We're going to have to draw in that top lip. So on the side here, I'm just going to round out, go straight across, and then round out the right side. Let's draw in the little spots. So up here on the top, there's 3 of these. So I'm going to draw one at the top, one to the left, and one to the right. I'm going to actually make it a little bit bigger. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So at the top, we'll draw one, coming down at an angle, and then to the side. Now let's draw a row of teeth along the top. So he's got some razor sharp teeth along the top here. So we're just going to draw a series of V's. And we're leaving a little tiny gap in between. One more there. And let's get down towards the lower jaw. So from right where this curve is, I'm going to draw a straight line coming down on both sides. This. And then we're going to curve it and round out the bottom jaw. So coming down to the bottom. And back up on the right side. Let's draw in a row of teeth, just flipped over, so upside down V's, starting from the left. I'm just going to draw a bunch of jagged teeth going across. And we're going to draw the outside of the lower jaw. So just up here, we're going to draw a straight line coming down on the left and on the right. And then we just want to merge these in by coming down a little bit lower. So the actual lower part of the jaw is a little bit thicker than the sides. Rounding out and coming up on the right side. Let's draw on the lower lip. So just like we did here, we're just going to draw a shorter one so it's not as wide. Starting up here on the left, curving around, and then back up on the right side. Okay, so let's get down to the side of the cheeks. So over here, we're going to draw a curve that comes out and then down with a short line. So we're going to round out and then come down. And we're going to flare out the cheeks. So the fur on the cheeks come out. Like that. We're going to round out the tips and then come right in towards the lower jaw. So rounding this out and then just curving in. Rounding it out and then curving in. And then we're going to draw on the little cheeks. So just above that point up here, we're going to draw a circle. We're going to tuck the circle in underneath the jaw on both sides. Like that. And now we're going to trace around the eyes. There's a little color that goes all the way around the eyes. So starting on the outside on the left, go up above the eye. And here we're going to come right into the center here. We're going to continue on the right side from that center point. All the way down. And then from here on the bottom, it actually curves in and curves down. Curve in and then curving down. From here, let's go ahead and draw in the ears. So there's one sharp pointed ear coming out this way, one coming out that way. So the easiest way to do this is to draw an angled line first. So I'm going to start from up here, draw an angled line coming down in towards the center of this curve. From this point, I want to connect down to here on the bottom side. So going straight out and then rounding out the bottom. Do the top part. So going up and out in an angle and then rounding out the bottom. Let's trace this out on the inside. Trying to keep this evenly spaced all the way around. And then to connect the ear to the head, just need to draw 2 pieces of metal. So one stick and another stick right beside it. Let's draw one more here. So this one I'm going to draw at an angle going up this way. Drawing a straight line to right about there. Up at the top, we'll go out at an angle and curve in And at the bottom we'll go out at an angle and curve that in. We're going to trace this out. Tracing the inside on both the top and the bottom. And then we'll draw 2 sticks. One at the top, one along the bottom. The final thing, we're going to draw a little hair tuft at the top. Starting in the center here, we're going to curve out towards the left. And then we'll curve out towards the right from the same starting point. And from here, we're just going to curve back in towards the middle. Now we want to show a little bit more behind here. So up here, I'm just going to draw a curve. And we'll curve that back down towards the middle. So it looks like the hair is actually overlapped on top. And that is pretty much it. There we have it. There's Funtime Foxy from FNAF sister location. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.